Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of April 18th through the 24th. What we have coming up for you on Monday is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is just telling me that it's going to be very tempting for you to have a pity party. Now, I do want to remind you guys that these are general readings, so just because I see it here doesn't mean that it applies to you. Not everything that I say will apply to every Aquarius. Most of what I say will apply to most of you, hopefully. I don't know why I said hopefully. I know that to be true. But anyway, Five of Cups energy really is energy about having a pity party. Poor me, the world is out to get me, people aren't nice to me, wah, wah, wah. I would ask you, how do you feel when you're having a pity party? Pretty self-righteous usually, most of us do. But do you feel happy? Do you feel good? Because I usually don't. So the alternative to having a pity party is, instead of focusing on the negative that's around you, focus on the positive. Look at the bright side. I'm going to be a little Mary Poppins here, but look at the bright side of things and avoid this pity party. You will feel much better if you can do that. Totally up to you. Free will. That's the advice, though. Now, on Tuesday, Six of Clubs showing up in reverse. Six of Clubs in reverse just means that there's a project that you're working on that not only affects you, but does affect other people as well in your sphere of influence. I don't feel like this project is completed yet on Tuesday, but I do feel that you're putting a lot of thought or energy or time into working on this project on Tuesday. Just not complete yet. Let's see, on Wednesday, in fact, for some of you, that project is just still in the very early planning stages. So moving on to Wednesday, Aquarius, you have the Two of Cups, yay. Two of Cups is just saying that you have a relationship that is moving forward in a positive direction. Now, this can be a romantic relationship, and for many of you it will be, but also this could be a friendship, a family relationship, or a coworker relationship. And even I have seen this card come up for people who are really learning and making strides in loving themselves and appreciating themselves and pampering and taking care of themselves. So no matter how it comes up for you, whether it's about you learning to love yourself or whether it's about a romantic relationship or anything in between, it just means that that relationship is moving in a positive direction. So it's a positive card no matter how it's falling in your life. Now, on Thursday, Six of Swords showing up. And the Six of Swords is just telling me that you are making some progress on Thursday in moving away from some kind of negative influence in your life. This can be your own thought pattern that's negative. This could be a behavior pattern that was negative. But this can also be a person who is sort of dragging you down, or this could be a situation that was taking away energy from you that needed to be put somewhere else. So this is just making progress, moving away from that negative influence in your life. And at this point, when we see this card on Thursday, you're making progress moving away from the negative. You haven't quite filled in that spaces or the void that is left from moving away from that negative. So you're still kind of waiting to see what the new normal for you is going to look like. On Friday, you guys have the Page of Coins in reverse. This tells me that you have some news you'd rather not hear about money. So maybe you get an invoice that's bigger than you expected it to be, or maybe you have to pay an invoice you weren't expecting to have to pay. Yeah, it's just some kind of news that comes in that, like I said, you just wish you didn't have to hear it. And it is about money or material assets, but usually money. Now on Saturday, you have the Nine of Coins showing up, and this is telling me that you're feeling pretty good about where you are in your life and how you've got it arranged and set up, okay? So Nine of Coins is really pretty much a happy card. It's a card of appreciation of where you are. That's not to say that there aren't things that you might like to do differently or that you might like to have differently in your life. We're always growing and expanding. It's kind of the nature of us humans to always want the next thing. The horizon is always moving out for us. So that's not saying that you don't want to improve something, but it is saying that for the most part, you feel good about what you've done with your life to this point. And especially, I feel like when you consider where you came from and what you've come through, you feel really good about where you are in this life. Okay. Let's see. Sunday, Seven of Cups showing up in reverse. I like this card in reverse, I gotta tell you. When it's right side up, it really just talks about daydreaming and imagining and wishing. When it comes in reverse, it is sort of still that what if kind of daydream, but there is the imagining of how your life could be better, but there's also the very proactive taking some steps to make that happen for you. So moving forward with some of those dreams that you have for your life, some of those what ifs that would be nice to have in your life, getting started towards those. So that's a pretty good way to end the week, getting started towards something new and good for you. So Aquarius, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you guys back here the next time. Peace out.